Hello everyone, I am Sero. This is my Twitch stream, Sero Does Stuff. It's usually RPG related stuff, whether I'm talking to someone who plays RPGs or we're actually playing RPGs. Today we're actually playing an RPG, a Monster of the Week one-shot. Adam, are you actually there? Please say something.
He's not on. He's not
Oh
on my
no,
screen.
he fell out.
Terrible timing. A thunderstorm is going on outside. I think my internet blipped. Okay, that's what he just said.
Okay. Well, hopefully he'll be back in a minute. In the meantime, I guess I'll introduce everyone. First off, we have Vahid. Vahid, do you want to tell us where you're from and what your credentials are?
Hello, kia ora everyone. My name is Vahid. I live in New Zealand, as does Sero. Born in America, in Indiana, but I've lived here in New Zealand for a while. In terms of credentials, what do you mean by that, Sero?
Well, we're how people can find you. Like, what do you
Wonderful,
want?
thank you. Okay.
What stream are you part of, etc.?
Wonderful.
Holy crap.
I was thinking that's what you're talking about, but you never know. Hey, some people are boosting.
Oh no.
Hey.
So I am the producer and the DM of a channel called Dice Legenz. We would love for you to join us and follow us. We do Dungeons and Dragons live stream every weekend and at the beginning of each week.
Awesome. Should we move on then to, we have Susannah. Susannah, hello.
Hey, how's it going? My camera's terrible, which is why I'm wearing a hat, because otherwise I look like a ghost. Yeah, hi, I'm Susannah. I'm from the Thornvale podcast. It is a Monster of the Week podcast following 3 monster hunters as they try desperately to protect a small island town off the coast of Florida. If I'm squinting, I'm sorry. I can't actually see anything without my glasses, but I don't want you seeing that the whole time. I may have to put them on occasionally. So Thornvale is basically everywhere. I'm sure Sarah's going to post like a little little thingy.
Already there.
Yeah, there you go. So come check us out. It is a ton of fun. We have 3 seasons now. We have 2 complete full seasons of the show. We have with all of the content we have like over 300 to 400 episodes. I don't know. I lost track a while ago. But we also do a bunch of one-shots that are a ton of fun in a bunch of different systems. They're super fun. You can tell them because they have different logos on our main feed. We also just launched The Actual Place, which is a tabletop RPG podcast Discord. So if you are a tabletop RPGer and you're not there yet, come join us. It is a ton of fun. You can even earn yourself your own channel to talk about your stuff in. So we love all podcasts, and streamers are also welcome. So come hang out with us.
Sweet. Okay,
can I post a link to that?
I don't have a link for that, but if you have a link for that, you can put it in the chat yourself. That's fine.
Cool.
And of course, we have Rosi. He's been on us for some streaming for the playing of Fall Guys, but you've never seen his face. This is the first time he's actually gotten to play a one-shot. Rosi, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Rosenbagger, aka Rosi. Just call me Rosi. Rosenbagger's long. Let's see. Here are my credentials. I am just a frequent guest appearance on many podcasts, including Sarah's Redgate and Wolf, and Adam will probably tell you a little bit more about this, but Role Players has Bravo Team, which Sarah is also a part of. Let's see, any other credentials? I like to draw, do photography. I can kill time when you need to when somebody's absent.
Adam.
Welcome back.
Hi, Adam.
That was so ill-timed. Like I heard
really
a loud
was.
crack of thunder, and then everything just stopped.
Oh no!
And I was like, "You've
Oh,
got
boy.
to be kidding me!"
That's
Like,
I
terrible.
wonder if it had
The whole
anything to do with
street.
my character.
The whole street was out, and I was like, "Come on, you're kidding me!" But it's all good. I'm here now. We're good. I was telling a great story
Yay.
about how I got the nickname Naughty Nancy, but I guess I'll tell that story another time. It's fine. Let's not worry
Douglas
about it.
says, "Oh no, the keeper is back. Everybody stop acting out."
Yeah, the big cheese has returned.
To be good.
Oh, and I want to point out, Adam, that we've all introduced ourselves, just not our characters, just, our credentials. So I guess, Adam, but that just leaves you to introduce yourself and where it is you're from, and don't say physical location, say your podcast and stuff like you did to me last time.
Oh, you know me so well. Okay, fine. You can call me Adam, or you can pronounce it the other way, Adam. And whichever way you prefer, I'll answer to it. And I'm just here to have a good time and here for as long as you need me to be. So I'm here for a long time and for a good time. So that's all you need to know about me. I'll take what I can get. I'm so lonely.
Okay. Did you say what your podcast is?
Oh yeah, it's a show called Role Players. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's kind of a big deal, but like, don't worry about it. It's like whatever, like the Twitch stream will tell you. It's fine. I've already caused enough of a delay.
Yes.
So, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folks, here's where we are. We are in a place called Time Jail. And Time Jail is essentially a place where people are plucked from their respective timelines without really knowing why or what they did to deserve to be there. Our hunters, who we'll introduce here in a moment, have been there for some amount of time. They don't exactly know how long they've been there because time doesn't really work in Time Jail, ironically. So all of your characters are trapped in in essentially an invisible box, like a mime created it. And you've all been there for some amount of time. I'll let you all decide if you've established any relationship since being there, or if you just got there. I'll leave that up to you. But I should say, for those of you who don't know anything about Time Jail, it's a series that we kind of do when people just really feel like playing a TTRPG and don't have any planning time. It's 95% improv. So all I know and all the players know is what their characters are and that they are trapped in Time Jail and that their jailers essentially that help feed them are time snails named Marion. That is it. That's all I know. I don't know anything else that's going to happen. So I'm just going to play off of what these folks say. And eventually I'll figure out what the monster of the week is when they find it. So that's kind of how this works. And that's it. So you guys are all in your invisible cage. So let's go around the characters and see who is where and what. Let's go, since Sarah, it's your stream. Why don't we have you kick it off?
Okay, well, my character is a horse. A beautiful grey horse with a black mane, and her name is Dios.
Okay. So, and I just feel like I need to ask for clarity, but Dios talks, right?
Yes, Dios does talk.
Okay.
She does
just
now.
going to be more...
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Exploration. I like it. And what playbook are you? Do you want to tell everybody what your playbook
Yeah,
is?
I'm on the Exile playbook, so she's literally a character pulled out of time.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Excellent. All right. Why don't we go from there? So, Vahid, do you want to go?
I would love to. Hello, my name is Marius. I am a swarthy fellow with I guess my beard probably hasn't grown very much since being in this locked time place, so it still is as sculpted as it was when I arrived here. Goes with my sculpted pectorials.
Excellent.
And I am playing the divine, for I am divine.
Oh boy.
Very good. Susannah, do you want to go?
Oh boy, yeah, all right, sure. Hi, I'm playing Molly. And for those of you who've listened to Thornvale, you know who that is. I won't say anything else because it's fun. But Molly is a young woman. Looks like she's maybe like 19 or so at this point. And she has a bit of a punk aesthetic. She has this red leather jacket and ripped black jeans. And her hair is a vibrant neon green. And I'm playing the Hex.
Nice. Very good. And then finally, we've got our friend Rosi. Rosi, who are you playing, friend?
All right, so in the corner, you see a figure just like lashing out away at this like staff with a sword on the end, just like banging it against the side of the wall. Egad, the wall! It seems to be invisible. There must be some way to get through. Basically, you're looking at this maybe like 4 foot tall, grayish cat person.
Yes.
They look very grumpy. Their name
a
is
grumpy cat?
Laska, and they are also appearing as like a 2D creature, almost as if they're coming from some sort of animated cartoon series where many of the characters had names that were like cats. So from every direction you see this. They're just
love it.
wearing a loincloth. Staff's made of bone. They're the chosen.
Love it. Okay. So you all are trapped in this box. You've been here for some inordinate amount of time. I guess take it away and we'll go from there. Who do you think would be the first to act? And before we get to, does anybody have any beginning of mystery things they would like to roll?
I don't know.
I believe I do.
have to check. I don't think I do.
I have Destiny's
know.
Plaything.
Oh, that's my favorite band from the 90s.
I need to use that joke.
Oh, crap.
That's a 5.
Let's...
So
yeah, that's fine.
I'm good.
I mean, you just want to keep that. I mean, that's fine if you can.
That's
you can
fine.
do that.
This
Okay,
time,
Destiny's
yeah,
Plaything. Something bad is going to happen to you because you don't see any good vision. So you can kind of see. All I'll say that you hear is this: like you go to see. I always like to describe visions as kind of like you're looking at an old cathode tube TV, and like it glitches in and out sometimes. But in this case, like the bulb in the screen is broken. You don't see anything. What you do hear is a faint snarf, snarf.
Is that you? Are you here too?
And then it sounds like the snarfing gets farther and farther away from you, in your mind's eye or whatever. And also you get your XP because you rolled a 5. So good job. Does anybody else have a beginning of mystery move that you would like to roll before we continue? No, Marius doesn't. I don't believe you don't have.
I
one,
don't
do you?
know.
Okay.
I don't see one on my character sheet.
Okay.
Admittedly, I am a rank rookie in this.
Excellent. Well, Time Jail is a perfect place to learn how to play Monster of the Week because there's no consequences that happen immediately, so it's great. So that's perfect. Okay, cool. So that's what. So you guys just kind of see this 2D cat creature is just reacting to something that they think that they hear. You can see their ears are kind of doing the whole thing. And then I'll let y'all take it away from there. Go right ahead. Oh my God, the subs. Oh,
Boom!
So 3 bad things have to happen, Adam. You've got to catch up.
I will get right on it. Don't you worry. Okay, what's Dios doing?
Dios is just chewing on some
Is it a robot
hay.
for anyone else?
She's just not really interested in these people at the moment.
She's not interested in the people. Is she
Not
trying
at the
to
moment.
graze?
Not until they do something. I mean, that cat is something she wants to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wrong.
So, all right. What about Molly? Molly, what's Molly doing in this situation?
I think Molly hasn't been here long. I think maybe Molly may have like just gotten here and is looking around and looking very confused and is like touching the walls and trying to see like what they are. I kind of want to see if they're magic because if they are, I might be able to just dispel them.
Would you like to maybe read a bad situation to see if you can
Yeah, I
figure
can
out
do that.
something about the walls? Certainly, that would be a plus sharp, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît.
Indeed.
My French is excellent.
Ich spreche Deutsch.
Only a little bit because of my German brother.
I
from
can't
another
read.
mother. Yeah, so it'd be.
9.
Yeah. Did you get a
Where
9?
the button? Where the button?
Oh,
Where
you
the
said
button?
no.
I'm just trying to find
Glasses on for this.
Sorry, I can't see anything. I'm so blind.
It's okay. No worries at all.
No, we
That's
can
an
see
11,
I got an
everything on your
11.
screen too.
Hell yeah. All right, so you get 3 questions from the Read a Bad Situation list. For those listening at home and watching at home, I should say, they are: what's the best way in? What's the best way out? Are there any dangers you haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable? And what's the best way to protect any victims?
Right. Of course.
What would you like to know?
I think the biggest question is, what's the best way out? That would be super helpful to know.
I would say this: you have some familiarity with things like this. It's a barrier. It's a magical barrier, and very much like electronics, that if you overload it, it don't work no more.
Great. I happen to specialize in magical barriers.
Yeah, so if you overload it, it doesn't work. The power
I
grid goes
technically
down or
have
whatever.
2 more questions.
Do you want to use them now?
Yeah, why not? Are there
Sure.
any dangers we haven't noticed yet? And what's the biggest threat? Why not?
Are there any dangers you haven't noticed? So you see that there are these you can see, like, off in a corner, there's like one of your jailers are kind of asleep, sitting atop like a wooden chair, and it's this probably like 3.5-foot snail creature with like a blue shell backpack on, and really big. Think like the Slurms from Futurama, essentially, but like paler and not brown or green. And he's got like a blue shirt on that says Marion across the side, the pocket of the shirt. And he whacks up and he goes, "Ah, geez, I forgot to feed the big guy." And he starts he hops off his chair, and another Marion comes like scooching as quick as they can, moving very, very slowly to get to his friend. He Googles Slurm. You don't drink Slurm; it's bad for you. So you see they finally meet up and they start whispering. You can overhear something about a lion that they need to go feed. And you can hear faint growls in the distance. And you can kind of see outside of your invisible barrier that you can see that there are a series of what looks like stone maze walls that go upwards for an eternity. Just you can't see the top of these walls, and they go off in all sorts of different directions. And you can see these snail guys are heading that way, and one of them brings a tray filled with like this very deluxe looking food, decadent food on a nice silver platter that they're trying to rush as fast as their snail bodies can carry them down the hallway towards where this growling is coming from.
Cool.
And what was the other question? What's the biggest threat? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably what they're going to go after.
Great.
So that's what you got. So to overload the wall, and that there is something pretty gnarly waiting for you if you break out down that hallway.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you relay any of that to any of your cellmates, or are you not?
Oh no, I don't care about these people. But I do want to try to overload my wall.
Okay. Why don't we have you do a straight?
Well, I have a spell.
Oh, what is the spell that you want to do?
Okay, so I have this thing called Force of Will, which is when you apply your will to dispel a magical effect, roll plus weird.
Interesting. Well, that's exactly what I was going to have you roll anyway. That's perfect.
Great. Awesome.
Excellent. This makes my job so much easier. You're going to do it?
Uh-huh.
Let's find out. I'm waiting with bated breath to see the roll happen.
Me too.
12. 12. Wow. Good stuff. On a 10 plus, you do the thing, right? You can also spend luck to instantly snuff out the powerful spell or strange effect. Yeah. So what does it look like as you try to dispel this? And then we'll move to Marius after we see what your spell looks like. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I think you would see my eyes begin to glow this bright green color, and you can kind of see like this green magic kind of swirl around my hand, and then I press it up against the barrier and just kind of like pulse it up against the barrier, and the barrier just shatters with this sort of green energy.
Yeah, you can see the barrier kind of like starts to break, like you see it starts to fracture and crack like a stone hits your windshield, and it starts to just kind of like fill up the wall, and all of a sudden, you just see like a burst of green energy shatter outward. Marius, you all have seen this, but Marius, I think that you're probably the most collected of everybody here, outside of our spellcasting friend. How do you react to that?
With keen interest. I stand up from my squat on the ground and I say, "Maiden! Maiden with the green hair! Please, 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 please! Please come. How did you do this thing?"
So you rush over to, or you're calling her over to you?
Yeah. Now we're all in our own separate boxes, right?
Or no, you're all in one big one. You're all sitting together. Think
so
like
she's gotten rid of the she's gotten rid of the box of all of us.
The one wall. She just shattered it open for all of you.
Oh, marvelous. Truly marvelous. You are clearly a maiden to have around. Wonderful. Can I
Sorry,
call
it's roboting for me again. I think my internet's being janky.
Uh-oh. Marius is very excited about your powers. He wants to know how you did that.
Sorry, okay, I can hear again.
He's very...
What did
Marius,
he say?
do you want to run that back for her?
Maiden,
sorry.
No problem. It is such a delight to have you with us. I am impressed with your powers and your prowess. Together, I think we may be able to leave this place. I've been here many, I have no idea how long, but it seems a long time. You arrive, and with movement of your hands, boom, we are freed. Incredible. Simply astonishing.
Well, I'm free.
Technically, you shattered the box for everyone.
You'd like to be... Oh, did I shatter it for everyone?
You did. You shattered it. You overload the grid.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Well then, in that case, I'm just gonna kind of like smile at this guy because pectorals. And I'm gonna come over and just kind of be like, what is this place?
It is the time jail. It is a jail of time.
That's descriptive. Okay. What are the snails?
They are our wardens, our guards. They feed us. They are of no threat. I think the large growling sound beyond is what we must be most concerned about.
Yeah, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. Yeah. What is that? She's gonna point at the cat.
Oh, well, I suppose by now the cat would be walking over. My fellow prisoners, we must not waste any time. We must make haste. I have shattered the walls here of our prison through relentless determination. We must go and help our brethren escape this hell.
There's others? Is this just a horse?
Well,
I
declare that is very rude of you. No, this is just a horse. My name is Dios. I do not have a last name, I'm afraid, but yes, you may address me as Miss Dios.
Hi,
beast.
Miss Dios, I guess.
How can this creature be talking?
Speak for yourself,
Bro,
dear.
you aren't even... And she's like turning like side to side to try to see if she can like see through him when he's like sideways.
How very peculiar.
Yeah.
This intrigues me.
I'm intrigued and also hungry. So you guys want to like go literally anywhere that's not here before those big snail things come back?
Yes, I believe I would like to eat something other than hay, so I will accompany you. Just please keep that rodent away from me.
Interesting.
Sure.
Lot of bestial confusion here, it would seem. So you hear is like you're talking about leaving, and you can step out of your box. You can see that one of your jailers, one of the Marians, is kind of making their way downtown to you. And they're like, wait, please. You've got it all wrong. Wait, did you say you don't like the hay? We have barley. We could give you barley. You want barley?
I mean,
Miss
barley is
Rosi?
okay, but I would also. Do you have a drop of anything a little bit more interesting?
Like what? Like
A horse
whiskey?
after my own heart.
Yeah, yes, a little drop of whiskey that would help the hay go down a mite easier.
Oh yeah, I
Thinking
suppose we could go.
extinguisher.
We could go milk some out of the whiskey jar. Sure.
I'm sorry, did you say milk?
Well, yeah. Where do you think whiskey comes from?
Well, a
have to
bottle, of
milk it.
course.
Well, no. Do you think that milk comes from a bottle? No, silly. You gotta milk it.
I didn't ask for milk, I asked for whiskey.
But we have to milk the whiskey into a bottle. Aren't you listening?
I refuse to speak to this cretin any longer.
Oh, and you see his eyes droop like down over his face. Like you've offended him. He's like, well, fine. I'm gonna go talk to the guy with the nice. What are those things called? What are those things called? The. He was making them bounce earlier. What are those called?
Oh my.
My physique.
Yes, your physique. I love your physique. Marius, was it?
Me too.
It is, and you're not the only one.
Oh, you see, like his whole body turns red. Like, oh well, that's whatever. I mean, are you enjoying your stay here in the Time Hotel?
I am ready to leave now, thanks to this verdant-haired maiden.
Oh, she broke it, huh? Boy, you'd think
Yeah.
we'd make it harder to get for people to get out of here.
It has been wonderful
Well, you
knowing
know,
you. Let us leave,
magic.
please.
No, I can't let you
Yeah,
leave.
we're gonna go now.
Oh, I can't. Oh, someone hydrated for us. Oh, are you sure you don't want me to go milk some whiskey for you real quick before you go, mister?
No.
Okay. What about you? And you see they approach you. Was it Falaska? Is that what you call yourself? Palaska?
Ow.
Palaska. And so like they kind of like wrap their eyes like around you and then back around. They're like, so where'd you come from?
I came from a distant world.
Oh, what's it called?
That's a good question. I came from a desert planet.
Oh, really? Tell us more.
It was covered in sand and hills and plenty of fish and little feathers hanging from strings to play with. It was a glorious world until it was attacked.
Oh no, by whom?
By a dog.
Oh man, I wish you hadn't asked. It was attacked by an evil scourge of time-traveling space pirates.
Oh
Were they
my,
dogs?
that
I was
sounds.
only able to make.
Were they
I
dogs?
was only able to. We don't know. They sent some sort of mechanical beast down to plague our land.
And you
Was
see,
it shaped like a dog?
Oh,
was it a Trojan dog? Were there tiny dogs inside of the big dog?
man.
How does he
Yes,
know about
more
the Trojan
drones
War? What is this
came
place?
out from the larger drones, and from those smaller drones were another drones, much like Russian dolls.
Oh, that sounds.
Never heard of dogs. Have heard of Russian dolls.
Oh, well, that is interesting. Are you guys all friends?
No.
I have never
definitely
met these
not.
people in my life.
No. Definitely not.
What's your deal, horsey? Where'd you come from?
Someone please inform this cretin that I'm not speaking to him.
Oh.
She's not speaking to you.
She's not speaking to you
Mm.
because you called her a
Oh.
horse, and
What?
I don't know. Maybe
Well-
she's a donkey. I haven't figured it out yet.
How rude. Dear, I'm not a donkey or a pack mule. Yes, I am a horse. But you may refer to me either as Miss Dios or Miss Horse.
All right, sure.
I love your southern accent.
Thank you. Now I'm no
It's
longer
very
speaking to
convincing.
you.
Oh, well, hey, I broke you. You talked to me once. And
I clip-clop away.
oh man, look at them run. They're so fast. Get back here, you! As they try to just. They don't go very fast.
No.
Like, Marius, help us out here. Come on, help me out. Pick me up.
How about we all leave?
How about
Because
we leave?
I'd like to leave.
Marius,
I don't know
please.
about you guys, but
I
I'd
love you.
really like to leave.
You must tell us where you are keeping the others.
Oh,
Others.
I point my staff at him.
oh, hey, no need to get violent there, big guy. Actually, I'm curious. Where'd you get that thing? You know what? It doesn't matter. He
Are
puts on
you
a pair of
sure I
sunglasses.
could create another elaborate backstory?
I realized after I asked that I didn't want to do that to you anymore. Don't want to do that a second time.
This bone
And-
came from one of those mechanical beasts. I forged it. Okay, I can stop.
2 hours later, and that is how I got here. So Marion just can't really stop you. He's just a snail and he can't move all that fast. So y'all can just go wherever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the horse like out.
Okay, what horse? Hoss, you're
The horse.
the house. Where are you going, house?
Well, I believe the keeper would like it if we walk towards the lion thing, so I will walk in
You
that
can-
direction.
I was just gonna head towards. I think there's like, is there one exit? How many exits are there in this place?
The maze goes
said it
all
was
sorts
like
of
a
directions.
maze.
You can go whatever direction you want. I have no agenda here. I'm making it up as you are.
Technically, you
So-
do have an agenda.
Well, I have an agenda to make things worse for you
Yes.
eventually, but that's not really agenda. That's just a perk of whatever madness you guys decide to concoct while you walk or slide or whatever it is you kids do these days. Marius, do you go with the group? What does Marius do?
Well, to be honest, Marius is not the sharpest tool in the shed. And is quite happy to follow Molly because she seems to know what she's doing. But
I was about
would
to
just
say,
wa-
hey, Muscles, you want to join us?
I really do actually. But I would like to
Cool.
just I'm just gonna pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and just listen to inspiration. And see if I can be listen to the inner voice and see if I can be inspired. Basically, I have no idea which way to go at all.
Okay.
And so I'm just kind of looking for any kind of, divine inspiration, which I don't expect. But you never know.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we have why don't we have you roll read a bad situation, which is plus sharp, and if you get a good roll for it, maybe your divine inspiration will come to you and in a sexy way.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
All right.
In a sexy way?
Oh yeah.
What other way?
I'm ready
there?
for this. Oh, that's right. Sorry, we're rolling.
You can roll in real
on,
life too if you want. Whatever you want to do, man. No worries.
No, I'm rolling on. Okay, I'm rolling in real life.
Yeah.
Real
go
life
for it.
dice. Oh yeah, baby. I'll show you what I got. Look at that.
Heyo, that's
Great.
experience.
Good job.
My sharp is -1.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my. So
Buddy.
buddy. Marius, what is your god's name? Who is it that you
buddy.
what divine friends do you have that you would ask for guidance?
I am the keeper of the temple of Antraconus for Aphrodite.
Aphrodite.
Yes.
That tracks.
Sexy.
So Aphrodite, has had this awful habit. She's been smoking for thousands of years. And just like by visage alone, she's still as banging as she ever was. But like her voice kind of sounds more like Marge Simpson's sisters. And she's like, she hear go, Marius, what do you want?
I wish your beautiness for guidance to escape this maze so I may serve you again on the material plane.
Oh, well, here's the deal. I can't really see all that well, you see, so you're gonna have to do something a little nice for me when I see you next, big guy, if I'm gonna have to exert myself any more than I need to. What do you say, Mr. Pex?
Of course, anything. I shall raise a new temple for you. I shall
Something.
I'll work out even harder.
Oh, that's good. I need you to come with me. I need you to perform a live rendition of your Tybo tapes that you used to do back in the day, before you got distracted by your Game Boys or your Switches or whatever you kids are up to these days. If you do that for me, I'll tell you how to get out.
Uh-oh.
That was robotic. What just happened?
He said,
Is it uh-oh?
Aphrodite wants Marius to perform a live workout Tybo video for her.
I would.
Well, Molly is down for this.
I would love to do that for you, of course, your beauteousness.
Okay. Well, here's how you get out. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Foolproof plan.
Okay.
You gotta ride the horse to freedom.
Easy.
Yes, bareback it, baby. Bareback it.
We have no saddle, so I should expect nothing else.
Yeah, you can handle it. I know you can. You're of godly form. There's nothing that'll hurt your behind.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, but ask for permission. You still have
back.
to, make sure the horse is fine with it.
Cake.
Anyway,
That's
sorry,
fine.
I got another call coming. So
Is that all? Okay, thank you, your beauteousness.
yeah, you're welcome. God, what the hell does Hades want at this time of day? And then they click off. So let me ask: does Marius talk inward when he does this? Does his mouth?
Oh
move?
no! I'm proclaiming to everyone. They might not hear the response from Aphrodite, but they hear me, and so I turn to Dios and say, "Noble steed, I have been guided by the gods. I know how to leave this place. All I must do is ride bareback upon you."
Well, dear, I do not think that'll be happening anytime soon. I mean, you seem to be a few biscuits short of a breakfast.
Very new.
And I only have one rider, and he, unfortunately, is not here. Actually, where is my rider? Hendrix? Hendrix, where are you?
Who's that?
And she
What's
just
a Hendrix?
clip-clops like she's going to walk straight over Mariam because she's not interested in that snail person.
Save me, please.
All right. Let's go that way. She just points at the nearest opening to the
Sure, there's
maze.
plenty. Okay. So you so real quick, what about our friend Laska? Laska, are you going with the group? What are you doing?
I am going to follow the sound of my brethren.
Oh, where the snarfing came from.
That or the
It just so happens that it's all the same direction as everybody else is going. Crazy.
Great.
Wow. It's freaking bonkers. I can't believe it. Wow, it's so what a coincidence. So
I imagine we
guys-
do that awkward thing where we're like, oh, we're gonna go separate ways, cool, and then we're like, oh, we're that's still.
They're like,
Same
oh,
way.
you're going this way? Oh.
Oh, great.
You're
The
going
cat's
this way,
following
too.
us. Wonderful.
Yeah. It's like when you have your hand on the door and then you realize everybody's going through that door and like, oh, Okay.
I'll hold it for you.
Just
Our
slap your
hands
knees. Well,
accidentally touched. Ooh.
yeah.
Very.
Somewhere Marion gets excited. So you do that, and you walk your way down to this hallway. And again, like what you can kind of see is like these really high walls, and they kind of zigzag off in a bunch of different directions. But ultimately, you see there's always signage. The Marians are really good about having signage everywhere. That way, they don't get lost and they know where stuff is. So it's kind of a helpful little maze, really. Yeah, there's one that says "Don't go this way. It's not finished yet." There's another one. There's another one that says "The danger zone. Don't go this way." Another one that says "The pizza shop's this way." You can see a lot of slug trails going that direction.
That
Is
one.
the one to the danger zone a bit wider?
Yes. Yeah. And it kind of and as you pass the sign, it looks like a paved highway.
Does anyone else in the collection eat pizza?
How can you eat when our brethren are in trouble?
I don't care
We
about
must
your
save them and
whatever you are.
dine on the sweet sustenance of victory.
Okay, well, I'm gonna dine on pizza, so you do you, boo boo. So I'm gonna go. Hey, Miss Horse, you want pizza? Marius, you want pizza?
I've never tried it before.
Are
nor
carbs
have I
okay?
heard of it, so I guess I'm up to trying something new.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
So are you? Who's going to the pizza shop and who's going to the danger zone?
I'm
So
following
everybody's going to
Molly.
the
I'm
Okay.
going danger zone.
All right, so our two-dimensional cat person goes to the danger zone. Yep. Dixon and I were on the same wavelength. I saw that Rosie picked it right away. So Yosa, you go into the pizza shop. You go towards the pizza area, and you smell the fresh smell of newly melted cheese. You smell the garlic bread, marinara sauce. Well, it's marinara sauce is actually what it's called.
No, I don't want sauce made of snail.
So there's marinara sauce in there.
It's escargot.
Yeah, you come in and you see that all of the Marians are all having a pizza party. And you see that there's a big, delicious-looking chocolate peanut butter cake in the center of the table, surrounded by a bunch of pizza pies. It says "Happy Birthday, Marion" on it. And they're having a party in there. What do you do?
Cool. Well, is there a pizza around?
There's tons of pizzas, so many of all sorts and sizes and shapes. Square pizzas, triangle pizzas, circular pizzas, all the pizzas.
I go near the nearest thing that looks like a meat lover's pizza, and I'm gonna grab it.
The whole pizza?
Is it like on a plate or something?
It's on like a whole tray. They're snails, so
that'll
they take a
do.
while to cut into it. So you pick up the
That's
tray,
all right.
and half the Marians are like, "Hey, that's our vegan meat lovers pizza."
Yeah, okay, you can have this one. You got one that's just like real meat? Do you guys eat meat? I don't know what snails
What's meat?
eat. Okay, is this cheese?
Sure. You want some?
I don't like sure.
You want
Sure
my-
sounds non-committal, and I don't like to be non-committal around cheese.
Oh. Well, I mean, would you like to try the marinara sauce? It might change your mind about the vegan meat lovers.
No, I do not.
And then one of them comes up to you, Dios,
don't.
and they're like, "Would you like some of our pie?"
Oh, dear
Super
Lord,
ferment.
they appear to have multiplied.
I mean, yeah, kinda. That's a whole long story, though. You don't want to hear it.
I'm not talking with any of you. And she'll turn towel, and the towel will swish and hit him in the face, and she'll clip clop away.
As your tail bats him in the eyes, like all of the other Marian's eyes droop, and you hear just a cacophony of as they all sounds like a bunch of Minecraft villagers all at once.
Oh,
Yeah. Huh. Huh. And they all look uberly depressed at their birthday party.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you do?
I'm gonna pick up one that looks like food. I don't know, man.
One of the snails?
No, not one of the snails. I don't think I like snail. No, one of the
Oh.
pizzas.
I'll
Maybe
let
one
Cara
with
go
just
with you.
cheese on it.
Look at that, everybody! Look at that. You made Dixon sad. You're upsetting the Marians.
Stupid internet.
You've upset the Marians, Molly. One of them comes up to you, Marius, and it's like, "Are you here to wish us all a happy birthday?"
Yes, I am. Happy
Oh, yeah.
birthday!
Oh, can you throw us all up in the air for however many years that we've been alive?
How many is that?
Let's see. Well, I've only been alive for like 5 seconds. The original isn't here right now, so could you just throw us all maybe once? That's probably plenty.
I can set you
Yes.
all on fire.
Wow, really? Your friend is so violent, Marius. Why do you hang out with her?
She's a breath of fresh air, is she not?
I don't know. We don't have noses.
All right, I shall gather them up and throw them as far away as I can into the air, but as far away as possible so their rushing, slimy feet cannot catch us again when we flee. And then I shall grab some of the... I'd like to also grab some of the Roman food. And eat.
Okay. All right, so roll kick some ass to see if you can huck all of these Marians off into some other distance.
Oh yeah, baby.
There's dozens of them.
So to
That's
roll
plus
that,
tough.
I roll plus tough. Here we go. If I roll that, what's that going to do?
Well, that gave you a 12 is what that did.
Boomba!
That's good. Yeah, you pick all these Marians up one by one, and you just chuck them like footballs off into the distance. And you hear like I love you as you chuck them. Yeah, you've cleared this room, and there's nothing but pizza pies, chocolate peanut butter cake, and some Roman food that you would know what it is. What is it that you spot on the table?
Pizzas. Pizzas are Roman food, right?
Yeah, they have legs and they're just roaming around the table. It's the weirdest.
Hey!
It's good. It's good. I'm not gonna eat one of the pizzas that's moving. I'm gonna eat one of the ones that's not.
All right. Yeah, one of them has broken legs, so it's not going anywhere. And so you can eat that one if you want. Here it says, "Put me in your tummy. I want to be eaten."
Nope. I'm gonna try the cake.
The cake
Nope,
says,
I can't do it.
The cake's like, "Don't worry about them. They're just a bunch of
Oh,
attention
God.
hogs. You can have as much as me as you like."
Eat me.
You know what? I'm gonna eat a piece of cake.
Oh, yeah. Now make sure you use the fine knife, not that old
Oh,
dirty.
shut up.
Okay.
Please be quiet.
And you help yourself to a delicious piece of peanut butter pumpkin pie. And then you feel your body get a little bigger. You see, those of you who are in the room with her, you see her skin begins to turn violet.
I'm so confused.
Well, blame Dixon for all the subs. So you eat your skin starts to turn violet.
I can't. This clashes with the green. I can't.
You're leaving.
No. No.
And then
What
you hear
happens
one of the pies say,
"Oh, I say she looks quite delicious, doesn't she? She's going to make a good companion here in the kitchen. Can't wait for the Marians to get a good taste."
I'm gonna set the pie on fire.
Oh, finally I can return to my god.
as you burn into a charred crisp.
Is anything else happening to me?
You can see that your fingernails are gradually getting longer.
You know?
but not in like the sexy kind of way, but in
Oh.
like the like the going for the Guinness Book of World Records kind of way.
Okay.
So they're cooling off.
Okay. This is. I'm gonna try to stop this from happening. I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
look like you
disrupt
got-
the spell.
You look like you got curly fries dangling from your fingers.
Great. Great. Can I try to disrupt this?
You can certainly try to disrupt
Excellent.
it. I would
I'm
love
gonna
that.
try because this is not the look. This is
Yeah,
not
you
it.
know, as the Zoomers say, I love that for you.
Yeah, great.
I hear that way too much.
I
at
got
work.
an
That's
8.
8. And at 7 and 9, you take one harm,
one
and the
harm.
strain of dismissing the magic unravels you. Oh,
All
wow.
my fingernails
As-
fall off.
So yeah, so the fingernails start
Terrible.
to fall off of you as you try to disrupt this spell. Your skin is still kind of like a greenish purple hue. You kind of look like a mix of the Incredible
know?
Hulk and the Infraggable Crunk.
This is not, it works
Yeah.
with the hair. I'm not gonna lie. This is okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
This
but
is
Purple
then,
and
but then-
green, they go together.
as the fingernails fall off of your left hand, you see on your right hand the fingernails get sucked back into your hand. And you can see like a pulsation moving up through your arm and into your bicep. And that's what causes the damage to your body, as like the fingernails had to go somewhere. And it didn't quite dispel the way you had hoped. But now you're still like purplish green. But yeah, pretty much ingrown nails. That's exactly right. But like all the way
That's-
ingrown nails.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
Just gonna-
you're doing that. You're eating pie. Dios
I'm gonna
trots
pull-
off.
I'm gonna pull out my knife and start like trying to carve the fingernails off.
Okay. As you're carving the rest of the fingernails off, Marius is chucking snails out the window, out the door. Dios is just trotted away after depressing all of the Marians at their birthday party. What is Laska doing? Where is what would he be doing while this is all going on? You said you were heading towards the danger zone, right?
Correct. I was heading towards the danger zone in search of trying to follow that sound of that lion.
Can you describe to us what it looks like when you walk as a 2D creature in a 3D world?
We try to avoid shots of that, I guess. Try to get more static. Maybe try to...
The camera cuts away, and then you're 5 feet closer. You're like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Or is it more like South Park where they'll just?
And I imagine this plays out in the mind of the people in the room with me. So like everybody sees this. It only sees me at the times when I've stopped.
Okay. So you're just kind of doing tiny bursts of teleportation. And so as you get farther down this maze, you can hear that snarf that you heard faintly before. Yeah, you hear snarf, 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 snarf. And it kind of sounds like a speech jammer's going on, where like each snarf is snuffing out the other snarf at the very end of the first syllable, or the only syllable, I should say. And it gets really loud, like a cacophony of snarfs. And then you hear the growl interrupts all of the snarfing. And then you can see ahead of you is what looks like a big dome that looks like it goes infinitely into the sky. Just a big round dome-like structure that just stretches up like a tower. And you can hear all of a sudden cheers from the inside of the dome. And then all of a sudden, all of the snarf, 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 snarf combines into one unison of snarf, 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 as you stand outside the door. What do you do?
My body shakes from that noise coming from within this dome. This thunderous sound draws me near. I'm going to read about a situation, though.
Do it.
Do you narrate all of your actions?
Why wouldn't I?
Why would I not?
That is a plus sharp for read a bad, or did you say read a bad situation or investigate a mystery? I didn't. Which one
Read
did you
a bad.
say?
Read a bad.
Yeah,
situation.
read a bad. Oh man.
Oh, also you
That's a
have
12-er.
a +1, Rosie, but you didn't
That's
need
a
it.
That's that's a
Frogs are
13.
giving
I'll
you a
take a 13.
+1. I guess you can save
What
it
an
for another
Heyo.
roll.
Thank you very much.
What a mensch.
Save it for. So I
What
have
would
my
you like
ears
to
to
know?
the ground, I guess, and I'm
Okay.
I
I
can't
guess
even
sensing
imagine how
things.
horrifying that looks.
Yeah, the camera
The-
cuts away and cuts back, and your ears just like this to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, reaction shots of all the other players. So what do you want to know?
I'm also imagining like whatever I'm seeing is like slowly coming into my forehead, right? Um,
Yes.
the
Yes.
questions of read a bad situation are.
They
I would
are.
like
What's the best way
to.
in? No, do you have them up in
Uh,
front of you?
yeah. What are the dangers that I haven't noticed?
You can hear the snarf, 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 and as you get closer to the door, you see there's kind of like a series of perpendicular or vertical bars that kind of you can see through like a window in the door. And you look in to see that there is this large red-haired lion-looking creature with like a big snaky tail that has two little arms sticking off the snaky tail, and it's wielding a very large sword on the hilt of which has a red eyeball. And then you can also see next to the lion's face is some kind of ram, like some type of like mountain goat looking creature sticking out of it, like it's got two heads. And then Sarah's realization of what it is. um, and you see that standing before it through the window. You see standing before this creature as you look through the window. You see there is this little red and white fluffy looking kitty cat. And as everybody's chanting snarf, 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 this lion creature whips its tail around, and its snaky tail just cuts it in half, sending the pieces flying in two different directions. And everybody goes, "Oh man!" And then you see another snarf gets in line, and he's getting ready to take his turn. And, and you see as he's in line getting ready, you see a floating microphone with no one, like you can't see anything. You see a floating microphone hovers over to the mouth of this snarf creature, and you hear it go, "All right, Snarf, it is your turn to fight the mighty lion beast. What do you have to say to your adoring fans?" And it just goes, "Snarf?" Yes. And then everybody goes, you, and they all start cheering as if he just like did the State of the Union address. And then and then he goes and steps forward and chooses.
Cheer for?
Hey, I've cheered at a couple State of the Unions. Sometimes it's really motivating. I mean, Obama with those pauses gets me every time. So yeah, that's what you see. That's one of the dangers that you haven't noticed. That you now notice is there's a big mutated looking creature cutting snarfs in half.
All right, and then
Oh boy.
what is
Get in
the
line,
best
buddy, get in
way to
line.
protect the victims?
He's like, "Oh, I can't wait." Somewhere Marius is just getting a tingle, and he's like, "Oh, something amazing is happening." I'm sorry. What's the best way to protect the victims? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You asked that question, and then that microphone just like all of a sudden appears through the crack, like the bars of that door, and gets shoved in your face and goes, "Do we have another contestant? Do you wish to slay the beast to protect the snarfs here in Time Jail?"
Mystical microphone, I accept the challenge. And I like do a dramatic pointing of my weapon into the sky. By the
Neat.
power invested here in me, I will vanquish you.
Well, no, don't vanquish me. I'm just the messenger.
Pointing towards the giant one, not you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And the door opens up, and you hear him beckoning. He goes, "We have a new contestant," and the crowd starts chanting, "Alaska, Alaska, Alaska."
So you got a backup character?
So
yeah, Adam, you got a backup monster?
I have I
Yeah,
have
appreciate
25 of them in a book that I created. um, there's 24 more where this one came from. So
You got 24 more books?
you ain't no. Anyway, so do you want to ask your third question?
Yeah.
And then we'll cut over to the rest of the group. You asked what's the best way to protect the victims, and are there any dangers you haven't noticed? What else would you like to know?
Ooh, can I hold it?
You can hold it as long as you want, big guy.
Hold
Okay, cool. So we'll cut back to Dios. Dios, you trotted away after upsetting all the Marians. I believe Molly was going to be falling behind after she had some cake.
Yeah, I don't feel like being in this room anymore.
Marius
now
is
I'm
following
purple. And
Molly.
I find that somewhat objectionable.
Okay. Dios, we haven't heard from you in a second. What's Dios doing?
I guess Dios would have walked away and found himself back at near the danger zone. So maybe she saw him walk through. Not maybe everything else before that, but just saw him walk into the door.
Yeah, you can hear after you leave the pizza party that you guys can hear the cheering because the door has been opened. And you can hear them all chanting Palaska's name now. As you see him cut away, and all of a sudden he's in the door. And you can see as he opens the door and he trots in. I'm sorry, he didn't trot in. Only you trot places. As he walks in, you can see kind of through, like, down the hallway a bit, the kind of coliseum that they have built up in there. What do you want to do?
I'll be like, oh dear, I do believe that little rodent is going to get itself exterminated. Perhaps I should watch. And I'll trot in and just stand out of the way and watch this whole go down.
She's gonna watch.
That sounds good to me. I don't see why we need to be involved in this.
Let's place bets. Let's watch him get his ass kicked.
Hello, I am an evil character.
Marius, what do you do?
All right. So, we see this beautiful arena, and we see Palaska going down to face the beast.
Yeah, that's what you see. Yeah.
Oh, behold. That looks like a chimera taken from the depths of Hades itself. Can I at will bring forth my flaming weapon?
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
At will, I bring forth my flaming weapon. I turn to Dios and say, Dios, it is our destiny to ride into battle together. Come! And I beckon for Dios to come over.
I believe that the hunter may have to manipulate someone in order for me to even consider this proposal.
Come on, you nag.
Hey, look, I'll kick his ass if you don't.
So
at this point,
it sounds like Sarah could potentially let Dios help you if you roll charm and roll high enough for her to do it.
You know what? I am not actually. Yeah, right. Okay, here we go.
You're not charming?
Let's try charm. I'm ready.
Does it automatically put the -1 onto the roll, do you think?
Yep.
If I use...
on the character? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boom!
If you go.
Oh, yeah. 5.
On a 5.
Yeah, guess what? That
I back up. I look at him, turn around, and I back up to him, lift my tail, and I poop. And then just trot off.
Do you come back? You like come back over to me?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just like, that seems fair.
In that case, I shall brandish my flaming blade and bound down the stairs or whatever landscape there is to get close to Palaska, who's clearly the only worthy person in the arena.
Oh shit! Snap, son. So you run in to join Palaska, and Dios, after you poop, one of the Marians shows up and's like, "You're gonna eat that?"
Oh, nice.
Oh,
This is what we
God.
make our. This is what we make our cakes and pies out of.
Excuse
She
me.
just
And I throw
stares
up
down her
somewhere.
long nose at him, and then trots
Hello.
away.
I
Hey,
can't.
horsey,
I
why
follow
the
the
long
horse.
Hey.
And then
I
she'll kick
never
him
thought I'd
with
be
her back
somewhere
with her
where
back
a
hoof.
talking
She'll
horse
kick him.
is the most sentient, like sensible person around.
Hey, would you roll kick some ass on Marion since you're gonna hoof kick him?
Yep. Kick some
Why not? You know,
ass.
yeah, kick some anus. Why not? You know,
Well, probably the
put a hoof in
face,
there.
but yeah. That's a 12.
That's a 12. Marions don't
Ooh.
fight. I just want to see how accurate you were.
That thing doesn't
Very
have a face
accurate.
anymore.
Yeah, it's just like a pile of gloop on the wall behind you. And
I like this horse.
Can I give +1 forward to Molly then, since I seem to have inspired her? Since if you
Sure,
roll
you
a
could-
10 plus on a kick some ass, you get extra things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So
That's
that's one of the
Alright, I'll
extra
take it.
options. I'll give you that a
You could give
+1
her
Sweet.
forward
some
for your next roll.
some cathartic inspiration.
I like it.
Yeah. So you do that. Molly throws up. I guess.
I do. Yeah.
Um,
Do I turn
eh.
less blue now?
Funny enough, you do turn less blue.
Oh,
Now
great.
you have your nice green hue again, as opposed to your blue purple hue.
Well, I'm normally normal person color.
Well, the green's still there. The green's still there. You're still
Mm.
somewhat radioactive.
This is fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I think Imagine Dragons is going to write a song about you.
Great.
After you
I
get out of
appreciate
Tangia.
that. I
Yeah.
should have a song written about me.
So, you guys. So, are you guys going into the arena just to watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. I see no reason to involve myself in this.
Good for you.
I might like, I might help
Hey,
out.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I ain't judging.
Maybe. If
We'll
I want to.
We'll see if Marius and Palaska can handle this beastie with
can look at
3
that.
more punishment things I have to pull out.
Oh boy.
So Dios, what are you doing? Are you going to take a seat or find a place to stand? I guess I don't know if horses sit. I don't know if they sit on their butts at all. So what are you doing? Dios, I mean, did I say Dios? I meant
Dios? Oh,
Yeah.
Dios, well, sure, she gets the best seat in the house, of course. And by that, I mean she would just stand in the front row.
Okay. So you stand in the front row. Marius, you step in, and the microphone immediately flings over to you.
Oh, no.
And as you stretch, and says, "We have a new, very juicy contestant, ladies
Isn't
and
he, though?
germs. Hey, and what might your name be, Mister?"
My name is Marius, keeper of the temple of Antraconus, slayer of beasts, lover of maidens.
Oh, well, we have 2 of those things in common, my dude.
I don't want to know.
So
don't
are
wanna
you
know.
looking to are you looking to slay the beast?
Yes. I look at Palaska, question mark. Palaska, you in this, buddy?
Palaska, are you into fighting with Marius and the beast?
My brother, together we will use our powers for the betterment of the Snarfs. Join me.
It sounds like a yes. So Rosi, if you need to escape for a second, we can cut to the gals, so you can go ahead and make a runaway if you want. So while you guys are preparing to fight, Dios, you see one of the time snails. You see one of the Marians is bringing around big old things of popcorn, going, "Marion corn, get your Marion corn," and they're like chucking them like out to people and stuff like that. And he
Absolutely not.
approaches you, and he's like, "Dios, you want some Marion corn?"
She will just look down her nose at him and then go to turn around and waggle her back hoof like a warning.
He opens his mouth.
Can I set him on fire? Or can I set the popcorn on fire?
Sure, absolutely. You
Cool.
can do whatever you want, man. It's a time jail. Not a whole lot's off
I
limits.
set it on fire because
You
I'm
s-
just
you-
tired of this crap. It
you just
sets
set
it
it on-
a light with green flame.
Green flame.
I-
Sorry, it's a D&D.
The whole crowd
combat.
erupts. The whole crowd erupts. Is like, ooh! It kind of sounds like the aliens from Toy Story. All like are really impressed. And they're like, oh.
We all have to do it together. It's like,
All right. Ready? Three.
"Ooh."
Right, I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's terrible.
Audience, you have
love
to
it.
do it with us. Audience, you have to do it with us. Ready? We'll do it
Yeah,
again
come
one more
on.
time. All right, everybody at the same time so the world can hear us. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Come on, Dixon. You were the only one that didn't do it. God.
Dixon.
There you go. Thank you.
There we go.
So yeah, this green flame erupts, and then a microphone appears next to your face, Molly, and he goes, "Well, what sort of sorcery is this? Tell us more about where you come from, my new flaming friend."
Hi. I'm from Earth. I'm a witch.
No, don't say that about yourself, says Demarion with the flaming popcorn.
I set the Marion on fire now.
He goes, "Wow, that is some type of sorcery. We've got plenty in supply. Don't even worry about it." So what's
Great.
Earth?
Man, I never thought I'd have to answer a question like that. So I don't know. It's a planet with water and earth on it, like dirt and stuff, and people. Most
Is
of them don't do magic. I'm kind of special,
Oh, you certainly. Would you like to stay here and help me run the Colosseum?
No, I really don't want to. I have a boy toy back home, and I'm working on turning him into a werewolf. So I
Oh,
kind of want to go home if possible.
well, that sounds wonderful. Well, if you can defeat the beast, you will get a Marion coin, which you can use to flee time jail to any time. Well, not any. Most times. There's sometimes we're not allowed to really. You can't go hang out with Abraham Lincoln because he's a busy guy. But you can go most places you want to go.
I kind of turn towards the horse, and I'm like, maybe. I mean, I guess we could help out.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying that if we fight and vanquish this ugly beast, we will be able to return to our times from whence we
Or-
came?
Or any other time that you like to go to. You just have to put the coin in and the machine will do the rest.
Can we go to people?
People are not time, although I guess they kind of are. How philosophical indeed. Let's discuss further. What do you think, Dios?
No, it's not. No.
Well, if it means I can return to my Hendrix, then I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, Hendrix the town or Hendrix the person?
There's a town called Hendrix. I just meant Hendrix the person. Hendrix
Oh, there's a
Friegel.
Jimmy
Have you
where I
heard of
come
him?
from.
Who?
Hendrix Friegel?
That's a name.
Hmm.
Do you know a Jimi Hendrix?
I've heard of James Hendrix, yes.
That name is not
I don't know if that's
familiar to
the same
me.
person.
I'm only familiar with Hendrix Friegel.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, you could go see them if you want, but I hear the town of Hendrix is quite swell.
Cool. So we just have to destroy that thing down there and we can go home.
Oh, but of course, I would never lie to you. Look at this face. There's no face.
I would rather not, dear.
Well, that's
yeah,
fine.
no.
Most people can't see me until they believe in me anyways.
I don't like what that implies about me.
So, could we disbelieve you away if that was the case?
Oh,
I would rather you didn't.
I'm gonna try to disbelieve it.
All right, how about you both roll manipulate someone on
Okay.
and see if you can believe him away.
That's not gonna go well. I'm not charming.
Oh,
I'm a little charming.
That's pretty great. Dios rolled a 2.
I'm a little charming.
Do we have luck?
Whoopsies.
Dios is not charming.
Do we have
Not
luck?
very at all. I
Hang
mean,
on.
you
I
could-
can't see
Apparently
anything.
not.
Give me a minute.
Adam, do you want
Oh, there it
to
is.
explain luck to the audience, please?
I certainly
I rolled an 8.
can. An 8 ain't bad. Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
So a quick explanation on luck. It is a force that special hunters get where if they want to avoid injury, you can use a luck point to avoid all harm, or you can use it if you want to change a roll that you rolled into a 12. However, each luck point that you use comes with some type of skill, consequence, or something of effect that happens right after, which is under on your character sheet, something called your luck special. So if this were more of a campaign-like thing, it would have a little bit more effect. But I also use these time jail episodes as things that affect the world that I run. So, have fun with it. But if you use all of your luck, something really, really bad happens to you, and you're doomed to be doomed for all of doomernity. Edoomnity. Yeah, that's it.
And you can take it from my players. You don't want to be doomed.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what luck is for. So you can use it to avoid damage or to give yourself a 12 if you wish. Are you wishing to use your luck, Dios?
Very tempted, but no.
Okay.
Do we
All
have the
right.
full luck for this? Or are you limiting
Yeah,
this?
no, I don't. Nah, go for it.
Okay, just curious.
It's like I said, there's no consequence here directly. It affects everything else
Yeah.
outside of here, so it's
That's
great.
true. Okay.
Go for it. Yeah. So
Um,
Dios rolls a 2 and you rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8, yeah. I could have
Okay.
used Force of Will, but I still would have rolled a 9, so it's not much different.
Sure. So Dios, you think really hard about disbelieving in him, and you just shit like a lot. You think a little too hard about it, and your body can't handle the stress and has to expel it somewhere.
I also get nervous poops. It's okay.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. And you see some gold coins in there as it comes out into the fecal matter.
That's new.
You guys don't always all shit coins?
What have I been
my.
eating?
And so for your 8, you see the microphone drops to the floor immediately, like as you say, I don't believe in you. And then after a few seconds, it gets picked back up and it says, "Why, you got rid of my brother. How dare you? Now you'll have to deal with me, Michael 2, the sequel to Mike."
Oh, God. I'm going to die if I stay here any longer.
Well, you better go help your friends. They're about
Come
to get
on, Miss Horse.
moidalized.
Let's go kill that thing.
So,
If we must.
if you guys, while you guys are up there doing that and trotting towards the battlefield, part of the battle has already begun, and the crowd begins to cheer as Marius and Laska are about to be attacked by this giant creature. Laska, what would you do as you see this thing barreling down upon you?
So I ready my weapon
It's ready.
and charge forward.
And do what? Paint me a word picture.
Foul beast, you must suffer the end of my sword.
And
I
you do what?
thrust it at you so.
Okay, you thrust it at me. So you let's kick some ass. That's a 9. So
9,
you.
Oh, I
you
still have that
thrust.
+1 though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
you
plus
do.
1.
That's a 10.
Some of that,
So that gives you an extra effect. What would you like? You gain the advantage. You can take +1 forward for yourself or someone else. You can inflict terrible harm. You can suffer -1 harm, or you can force them where you want them.
I'm gonna give the +1 to the fellow hunter, meaning Marius.
Excellent. So as you thrust your what is it? A
The
spear, I'm
flesh
guessing?
is weak. Marius, strike where I have.
And as he goes, "Where I have," as his weapon pierces into the skin, you just see like a big paw just bats Palaska's little 2D form And then the camera cuts away, and then his 2D form is laying on the ground about 20 feet,
That's
20
so
feet away from.
uncomfortable.
He's like, bap! And it just sends him flying for 3 harm. And how much harm does your weapon do, Palaska?
Does 2 harm.
Excellent. 2 harm. Very good. Marius, you got the +1 forward. You just saw Palaska whacked away.
Indeed.
What do you do?
Arise a mighty cheer. Well, let me try again. Shout. I shout in a way that hopefully inspires everyone around to raise a mighty cheer.
Okay.
And I charge in with my flaming sword. Taking Palaska's lead, I go for the same spot, twirling the sword around and plunge my flaming sword inside, and I roll to kick.
All right, roll kick some ass, man. I like it.
I'm kicking it, and I get
Kicking
a
it real good.
massive +2 on this baby.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right,
the
here we
+1
go.
from Pal.
Holy
Wow.
frick. Wow. That's a big one.
14.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude. So what would you so you do get an extra effect. You can get a +1 forward for yourself. You can give it to someone else. You can inflict terrible harm, which is +1 more harm, or you can suffer less harm when they attack you, or you can force them where you want them.
I of course want to do more harm. I want
So
to.
how much
and
harm would that be total?
Well, my flaming blade does 3 normally. So 1 more, and I just kind of hold it in there, and will the flame to lift up the beast's body.
That's awesome. So you jam it in there for 4 harm as you lift it up off the ground for a few moments, and the crowd goes fucking nuts when they see you doing this. Everybody wets their pants when they see you do that.
And I'm screaming in ancient Greek.
And subtitles pop up and they say everybody should cheer now. And everybody goes wild as you stab this thing into it, doing 4 massive amounts of harm to this thing. And then you kind of feel like a tap on your shoulder. And it's like very impatient, like tap, 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 tap. And as you turn around, like the snake tail has coiled back around, and it just like beats you with the flat end of the sword and smacks you across the face for 3 harm as well. And it lets out a mighty roar. As you can see, the goat head, the ram head, starts to let out this really loud bleat. And then you can see like this white aura kind of like washes over the creature, and the stab wound that you inflicted in it starts to close slightly.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt that?
You can try, sure.
Cool.
Certainly.
I want to stop it from healing itself. I'll try using Force of Will to stop it from using its magic.
Do it.
Okay. Oh, and I still have Sero's +1, so.
Take it. Do it.
I will do it.
I like it.
I got a 7. I needed that +1.
Hey, that'll work. That'll work. So you what does it look like as you try to interfere with the spell? As you see it do that, what does it look like? How do you interfere with
I think you can see like Molly kind of like walks down the bleachers or whatever and is like walking into it, and she can see she's kind of just like watching it from a distance a little bit as she gets closer, and you can see she kind of like turns her head to the side and sees it start to close up, and then she just goes and she points at it, and you can see this sort of spark of green energy fly off from her finger and embed itself into the wound, and it stops closing up.
Yeah, it stops. So the wound stops closing up, and the goat looks kind of upset that that's not working. It's like, what the fuck? But then, like, you feel for a brief moment the pain, part of the pain it felt when Palaska stabbed it. And it shoots 1 harm into you as you try to save it, block it from healing itself. So some of its harm went to you as opposed to itself, but the wound is still very much wide open.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, it is. These guys, these monsters these days just have no couth. Dios, would you like to do anything?
Well, Dios would like to gallop up to it, pivot around on their front hooves, and kick both of their back hooves into the creature.
Okay. I guess that would also be a kick some ass. It sounds like that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Are you trying to kick it in its actual ass?
Sure. Oh, it's another fail.
That's Hey, it's another XP though. So I mean,
Yeah,
at
I
least you got
know,
that
but
going
I
for you.
don't think I'm going to level up anytime soon. So I'll make that luck. I'll spend my luck here.
Okay, you're gonna spend your luck. And what is your luck special for the audience?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even look. When you spend luck, you'll find something from your original life. Maybe something good, maybe something bad.
Okay. Let me have time to contemplate that, and I'll get back to you.
Yep.
So you kick it for how much kicking damage?
Well, you see, I thought that I could have 2 harm for the hooves, and also I have martial arts, so that's 3.
Okay, that's very good. So you kick it in the asshole region where the snake hangs out. That's not the asshole region. The asshole region is different. I think it's also a place on Palaska's planet, the asshole region.
Yes, the asshole region of the Southern Plains.
Where
And
the
I would like,
dingleberries grow.
I
Where the
would like to
dingleberries
suffer
grow.
less harm, please.
Of course, very good. So tell me something about Hendrix that only Dios would know. Hendrix Friegel.
Oh, something about Hendrix that only Dios would know. Well, let's see.
Oh.
Um, that he has a lover, a secret lover.
Who is the secret lover?
Well, this is a rather. It's one of his partners in crime, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Dios isn't able to recall the guy's name, but
Mhm.
yes, they did have a falling out recently, and they're no longer loves.
I see. You kind of hear almost as if it's like an intuitive feeling as you shove your hooves into the asshole region of this creature, where the dingleberries grow, as Susannah pointed out, and you hear faint, familiar cries cries of pain um, sometimes it sounds like Hendrix, sometimes it doesn't. It sounds like there are other people in the room or in the vicinity with him as he cries out in some type of pain. Um, and then you hear this voice says, "If only Dios hadn't abandoned me. If only." Um,
Wow, is that supposed to be Hendrix?
I don't know who it's supposed to be. It's any voice that might be.
Okay.
It could be anybody. Could be another horse.
I
Could be
know
another horse.
not who that voice is, but perhaps it is my poor Hendrix. Perhaps he is sick and his voice has been affected. So
It might be another horse. Could be
could
another
be.
horse.
It sound horsey like. Yeah.
Yeah. You have a feeling that maybe Hendrix got turned into a horse. What?
Oh dear, that is an interesting predicament.
So, yeah. And then you just see flashes of a sign that says "Welcome to Hendrix." Yeah. And then as you're having this moment, the goat head spins around and gives you a bucking right in the chin, and sends you onto your side. For only 1 harm though, because you mitigated some of the harm, and he don't do a
Thank
whole
you.
lot. Yeah, so he don't do a lot. He's just a goat. So you guys see that she gets bucked. Palaska, what do? You just got flung across the earth. What happens to you? What do you want to do?
The mighty beast's power, while strong, cannot match my full potential. And I pick up the staff, and I just go, "Ha!" And there's like a little magic aura that comes off it, and the blade just gets a little longer, a little sharper.
Okay. As you do that, you see a guy kind of like with a full Manchu going on, a Fu Manchu, I should say. And kind of bright white hair. And he's sitting, and he's got like one of those kind of little cardboard bullhorns in his hand. And he's sitting in what looks like a director's chair. And he says, no, that's not going to work, Laska. We need you to do that again. The mic did not pick up that mighty roar that you just did. I'm going to need you to do another one again. We can't do voiceover. We just don't have the time. The production's fallen behind. We need you to do that again. So can we do a pickup, please?
So I my sword shrinkens. I get back down. All right. The power is no match for my full potential. Hi-ya!
All right. That was really good. Now, one more. We're going to get it from a different angle in case we need to put a hard cut in there somewhere. One moment.
Shrinkens, lays down.
Yeah. Just, I love how it grows.
I got it. I just gotta...
Okay. Listen, baby. I love you. You know, the camera loves you. I just need you to just really believe that this is a life or death situation, and all these snarfs are gonna die if you can't really summon the power.
The screaming is hurting my lungs and my throat. Do you by chance have some honey and water I could have
of course.
Before we do another?
One of the stagehands comes in with like
What
a
is this
spoonful of
place?
honey.
What is going on?
So I take it, I gurgle it around, right? I swallow some of it, and the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Slippery licorice. I am ready.
All right. One more
Molly
for
is
safety, big guy.
losing her
Come on.
mind.
I stand up. I have seen you vanquish many foes, young beast, but prepare to face the full fury of my sword. Hi-ya!
That was so as you run off into battle, the camera cuts to like, the stage assistant and the director goes, I taught him that ad lib. I told him sometimes you just have to go with what's in your heart. You don't always have to go with what's on the paper. You know what I mean, baby? Oh my God, you're the best. Oh my God, I can't wait to be just like you someday. And so we cut back, and all of a sudden he's closer to the beast, and you thrust your weapon to it. So go ahead and roll kick some ass, please.
Oh boy.
Time gel's fun. Anything can happen in there.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. You go to swing your mighty sword after this wonderful stage direction. And as you go to thrust your weapon into the beast once again, you see an image of the Snarfs crying. And all of a sudden, as you go to thrust your sword in, you see that this beast has formed a literal shield with a handle made of Snarfs. And you thrust your weapon into the Snarf, and one of the Snarfs, and as you do, it lets out a really awful snarfy cry and says, "But I believed in you." And you take 3 points of mental damage.
Does that ignore armor?
No, you have
not...
mental armor as well. You have mental armor as well. And then you see, as you guys are doing that, you see out of the sky drops a very mighty looking warrior, with kind of what looks like Daisy Dukes on, and kind of like a wife beat, or like a tank top, like a blue tank top, and they've got real frizzy red hair, and they got white eyeliner across their face. And they put their hand out, and like the sword that the snake tail is holding just zips over to it. Thump, and it goes, and they go, "Now who in the good loving cat god is here to slay my mighty kitty beast? Right, Snarfy?" And you see he goes up and he starts to scratch the lion's chin. And he goes, "It is I, Lion. It's Lion-O, sir. Lion-O. It's it. That's right. Yes, it is I, Lion-O, and I am here to slay." Is Lion-O correct? It sounds like it's copyrighted. Is that copyrighted? No, that's good. So it's public domain. Go ahead.
No. Our lawyers told us this is all parody, I believe.
Yes. Thank you, stagehand. And he holds up his sword and he yells, "Lightning, thunder, other weather effects, ho!" And his sword gets really, really big. Marius, what do you
A few
do?
people's swords get big.
Oh, they sure did. Mario, what do you do?
Marius is really confused.
Boy, join the club, my guy.
Yep, Dios doesn't get any of this.
So Marius is going to stick with what he knows, an ancient Greek monster. Right? Okay. And so Marius is just going to, am I tall enough that I can jump on the back of the chimera?
You know what? I think there's only one way to find out. I think you're going to have to roll to see if you can do it.
I'm going to jump on the back of that baby and we'll take it from there.
All right. How about we do an act under pressure, which is plus cool, to see if you can avoid any sort of catastrophe as you athletically jump upon this creature.
Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. 11.
Ooh, that's an 11. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you dodge nails and horns and teeth and more nails and a snake bite as you jump upon the back of this creature. And you hear, "My precious kitty, how dare you get upon him?" You are now on the creature's back. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to be able to manipulate it by pulling on the ram's horns, right?
Okay,
So
I like that.
I'm wanting to be able to control its movements away from, in some way that helps my friends to have a more of an advantage in attacking the beast.
Interesting. How about, I think we could probably call that either protect someone or maybe just a straight tough roll. I mean, either way, it sounds like you're doing something with toughness. So I think we should just do a tough roll and see what happens. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Also, I blame Rosie for half the shit my brain's coming up with.
Hey,
that's a 5.
But I'm actually feeling a little bit lucky.
Oh, yeah, you are.
So I'm going to use some luck if you don't mind and change it to a 12.
I don't mind at all. I think that's wonderful. So as you spend your luck, you get word that your mission requires something to be done, difficult to be done by you urgently. So we'll get to that in a second. But you rear the horns back on this goat's head. How are you doing to manipulate it? How are you? I'm
just kind of
moving it. Picture. What's it look like?
Can I help with that?
Please.
Sure.
I want to set up like a wall of flame for this thing to run into.
Oh, well, okay.
So I'm gonna yell like, "Pretty boy, jump off!" And
all right.
then, like, as he's like leaning it towards, I'm gonna have like a wall of flame to just engulf this creature.
Oh, okay. So you want to roll plus weird for some magic?
Yeah.
To create this effect.
I really do. I would
I
like to burn everything. I almost hit end call. I don't know why. It's not the right button.
Because this fire's about to burn it all.
I want to burn it all.
All right, let's see it. That's plus
all right,
Vert.
let's give it a try.
Let's see it. We are weighted with bated breath.
13.
That's a lucky number 13 as you create a big wall of fire. And I believe you have a move, right, for when you do
okay,
magic?
So burn everything. When I use magic to inflict harm, I can choose to inflict 3 harm area magic obvious or 3 harm ignore armor magic obvious.
What would you like it to? I guess it'd be area because you're making a wall of fire.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do the area one.
Still, that's a lot. That's a lot of fire.
That's a lot of fire.
And so, Marius,
and it's magical green flames.
You lead this creature's 2 faces into the wall of flame. As that Molly summons with her green witch energy. And it just lets out a terrible whimper as you slam both of its faces in there. The goat face melts almost immediately. So its healing factor is completely gone. And you ram Kitty Cat's face in there as you leap off of the creature. And it drops to the ground, not quite dead, but like in like a daze as if it just got knocked silly. And its face is all singed and on fire. Its fur is all charred. And you see this lion A, lion B, maybe, lion LMNOP. It's just like, yeah, damn it. It's lion, buddy. You're doing great. Come on. Why is Aphrodite here? I don't know. So you've knocked this creature out kind of with this magical force. Dios, you see this person with the large sword runs over and starts to tend to their giant kitty. What do you do?
Kick him.
Oh well, yes, I will definitely kick him because him attending to this creature will mean that I'm further away from getting back to my Hendrix. So I will run up to him and give him a good kick to the keister.
Oh no, are you gonna kick Lion Elemental P's ass? Let's see
I
it.
certainly
does
hope
seem
I
to
do.
be,
We'll see how I roll. Well, that
I
is
wonder
an
where the
8.
I wonder where the first utterance of the phrase "kick someone's ass" or "kick your ass," originated. That where it was first documented. I'd love to know that origin.
No.
It was probably after
So-
somebody got kicked by a donkey and then wanted to retaliate.
He's like, "I'm gonna go
Couldn't
kick your
communicate
ass."
to the donkey, so I had to communicate to an owner.
So
Probably
he was like,
not.
"I'm gonna climb over their fence tomorrow night when they're in bed, and I'm gonna kick that ass." So you got an 8 for kick some ass. Yeah, you kick him right in the keister, and he goes flying because you're a horse, and the horses kick really hard.
Oh, definitely. It was a 3, of course.
A 3 harm. Yeah, his
Because of my
taint is
martial
nice and
arts.
bloody. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
don't like that.
Yeah, his fleshy fun bridge is not having a good time. So when you kick it, and you send him flying, he does a kitty cat barrel roll, stands back up, and he goes, "How dare you, you beautiful steed! Oh my God, look at you! Wow, could I? I mean, are you lost? I don't even want to." And you see his sword shrinks a little bit, and he puts it in its holster. He's like,
I don't
I
think
just-
his sword is shrinking.
"Well, as one sword gets smaller, the other one gets bigger."
Oh dear! I obviously did not kick him hard enough.
Yeah. Well,
The audacity of these men.
Yeah, the stick of truth is bigger, but the sword is smaller.
Oh, boy.
He's like, "I am just so impressed by your prowess and your might and your beauty. Are you lost? Can I help you in some way?"
Well,
you
yes,
kill that
perhaps you
thing?
can. I wish to return to my rider, and I've been told in order to do that, I must vanquish a foe. So perhaps if you could come a mite closer.
Yeah, girl, get him.
You want me to come closer?
Approach, kind sir. I didn't. Obviously, my phrasing was put poorly there. I wish for you to approach.
I've already arrived.
Oh, dear.
And so he approaches a little closer to you.
Oh dear.
And he says, "Now, what can I do to help send you home, oh lost soul of beauty?"
Just a little bit closer there. Little bit closer.
That sounds like I manipulate someone.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
The most powerful hooves are the back hooves.
Kitty break.
Oh, it's a
Kitty
4, and
break.
I've already spent luck. That's a fail.
4. He says,
Vahid had given me a +1 to a roll, but it's not going to help me, Vahid. Thank you, though.
I'll
so
take it.
you activate. You tried. Hey, listen, it's a good teamwork.
Oh no.
And he says, I mean, I feel a little bit of animosity coming from you and your companions. What if I offered you a magical trinket instead as a peace offering?
A magical trinket? I am intrigued, sir. What might this magical trinket do? I seem to be having issues speaking, but this is all new to me. I have never
Well,
spoken.
I mean, you're a horse, of course. Who would have heard of a horse talking before? That's crazy. Animals talking? Ridiculous. He walks up to you, and as he starts to approach, and he kind of has his hand out, kind of like he's like just trying to ask you just to like give him a minute and don't hurt him. You see like a yellow and red streak And all of a sudden, you see that Dios is wearing a saddle. And there are reins on it, and in her mouth a little bit, the bite part. And then you see that a bridle, that's the word. And you see a blonde-haired kitty cat person with long blonde hair and like a reddish orange leotard stands there next to the guy. And she says, "I got here as quickly as I could. Who are these sons of bitches? I mean, sorry, we're on TV. Who are these SOBs?" What do you do?
It's a PG show.
It's a PG show. That's right.
Fuck.
No, baby, listen, come on. You can't. Listen. We got a contract. It's got to stay PG. You can't just come on. You can't just do that. We're gonna get fired. We're gonna lose all of our funding.
Oh, you know I want. Did you say fired?
Hey, no. Hey, I know what you're thinking. All right, but
do you now?
You want to go home, right? We just got to finish this shot, and you can go home.
I can finish something.
Well, hey, you can threaten me with a good time, but I'm just saying, like, we can finish the shot. You can go home. Come on, the movie's almost over.
I'm gonna throw a fireball at this person.
Okay, I guess that's use magic.
I'm so tired of this. Molly is done with his bullcrap.
Dixon says the phrase "kick ass" is documented as far
I
back
got
as the
another
American
13.
Civil War. He's like, baby, just wait a second. And then just like a big green fucking fireball just goes and scorches his head off. And he's just standing there like a charred mess. And then you hear, wah, 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 as he drops to the ground.
This was good for me.
And then the stagehand picks up his cone and goes, "It is my time to shine." He says, "Look, all you got to do is you just got to beat it like a piñata until the coins come out. You can do it. Come on."
Hey, pretty boy, you want to kill that thing? Please, for the love of God, for whatever is listening.
Marius, do you wanna do something now that you've seen all that?
Well, they're not this cat creature. So we got two catty creatures now.
Two catty creatures and a big catty monster.
I'm more interested in the big catty monster.
Okay.
Yeah, and so having flipped off magnificently before, I will ignore Molly and Dios and the distraction over there and focus on the real threat. And again, scream in ancient Greek and will flail around my flaming blade and say, "Palaska, come! Let us do battle with this beast."
Sure.
All right.
I will come with you anytime, brother. Let us vanquish this vile creature.
The bromance we didn't know we wanted.
All right, and so I am rolling.
Are you gonna try to kick some ass?
You bet I am.
Let's see it.
I'd like to help out with that too.
Well,
Certainly. Yeah. Do you want to wait to see what he gets first?
If you need, you might want to wait.
Well, he got a 10, so you could just do another roll to assist with what he's doing if you want.
No, I'm good.
That's a 10. As you thrust are you swinging this time? Or you thrust? Oh,
I'm swinging.
I'm thruster? Okay, you're slashing. Okay,
slashing.
So
More
you're
of a swinger
slashing
or a
this guy.
thruster?
A swinger or a thruster? Everybody's different. So as you swing the blade, the snake tries to block your attack, and you slice it clean off. As the snake tail just goes careening off somewhere, and the beast, who's already kind of like incapacitated, just lets out like a really sad kitty cat cry. Yeah, it's one of the most heartbreaking things you've ever heard. And then you see tears like dampen the fur beneath its eyes. And it just lays there like on its front paws, just waiting for something to put it out of its misery. And it looks like it's given up. And Lion NOP is like, "No, please, I beg of thee, please do not kill my snarf." What do you do?
Too late.
Please, somebody do it. Anyone. I don't care.
And then giant snarf closes its eyes for the last time, and then you hear like a, and then like out of where its asshole is, like 4 really big plate-sized coins come rolling out onto the ground.
This is the second best thing I've seen come out of an ass today.
That is not a phrase that one hears often, I must say.
This is not a phrase I ever thought I'd say. I'm just saying, and I turn to the horse. I'm just saying what the gold coins are really pretty.
Well, I still don't know how they got there.
I assumed it was normal for whatever you are. I'm gonna walk over to the ass. I'm gonna walk over to the ass coins.
You walk over to the ass coins.
It's like, what the hell?
As you say, that's a phrase that not many people get to say in their life.
A lot of those phrases here tonight.
Yeah, yep. So you do that. You walk over. You see that there's
say
like
we coined them.
Yay!
Oh wow!
So you cut your way over there, and you see these big plate-sized coins. They're probably, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like probably like the size of a standard dinner plate. They're pretty sizable. And on one side or on both sides of the coin, you see that there's a picture of a Marion giving a thumbs up. You hear on the loudspeaker, "This is Michael number 2. The kaiju kitty has been killed." And the crowd erupts, going snarf, 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 snarf. And then like a bunch of EDM music starts playing. Snarf, snarf. And then they all rush the stage where you guys are, and they pick you all up and they celebrate with you. And they throw a party for you, and then in a flash, the room is empty, and all you have there is the stagehand, who is now the director, the 2 lion people who look devastated, the corpse of the kaiju kitty, and your coins, each in hand.
What do you probably do? In mouth. Ugh.
Or in mouth for our
Thanks,
bited horse.
Adam.
I'll tell you what, I'm never putting this in my mouth.
You know where that coin's been, right?
Yes, I'm very much aware, but as you can see, I do not have hands.
You know, that's fair.
I'd say I haven't spit it out and then pick it up again.
So, Marius, you get a call in your brain. I figured out what your luck special is going to be. So you get a call. What does your ringtone sound like? Is it Nickelback?
No, it is a beautiful lute. You know?
Oh,
Elias.
that's nice.
Yeah,
I like that little. Yeah,
an Aphrodite ringtone.
I like that. So you get a call, and it's Aphrodite, and she's calling you back. And she says, "Marius, listen, it's an emergency. Are you busy?"
Never too busy for you, your beauteousness.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank me, I guess.
I thank you.
Oh, God, Marius, you're so good to me. Hey, listen, I got a call. You know, Hades called me earlier when I was talking to you.
Yeah.
He wants to start a video game about, named after him, and he wants people to buy it and play it. And we got to go and stop that shit, because he doesn't deserve that kind of publicity. If Aphrodite don't get a video game, that son of a god doesn't get a video game.
You speak the truth. I thought you had wished me to start my Taibo exercise.
I do want that so badly, Marius. You have no idea. I mean, you know what? Maybe I'll come there to time jail with you real quick, where time stands still. We'll do that real fast. Yeah.
This is the best day ever.
Oh my god. I got the weirdest brainer. Hey, listen, that was really good. I'm gonna use that for years to come.
That's an Athena thing.
So although I did make it into a video game once, but there's other gods, and I don't want to share the spotlight in that game. I want one on my own, damn it. So, hey, could you just go and do that when you get back home? That'd be really good.
Yes. It will be my quest.
Oh, Can I just say that of all the other gods that talk to me, you're like my 7th favorite. You know that, right?
Oh, that's the most beautiful thing anyone has said to me.
No.
Bro, you
Now,
gotta get out more.
hey, now before we hang up, would you please recite that poem that I love so much?
Oh, Aphrodite with hair of gold. My love for thee so bold. In your
Go on.
arms I wish to hold. Nothing else rhymes with. Oh, I got it. With you, my heart shall never be cold. There you go.
I tell you, there's
Give
just
it a 4.
there's just something about that just makes me feel all sorts of ways for you. Now you're my 5th favorite. You've jumped 2 spots.
No, you need to get out more.
And he says, "Oh, gotta go. Hades is calling again. I gotta tell him that we're gonna smash this video game. I'll be back." And she hangs up. And so now your new, very urgent mission is to prevent the creation of the Hades video game. Critically acclaimed Hades video game. You have to prevent that from happening.
No problem.
Because I have a vendetta against it, and I don't want it to be around anymore. It's too hard, and I hate it.
Now, why don't you cry about it?
Big whoop, want to fight about it. What do you guys want to do? So you've vanquished the beast. You're in the room with the lightning cats, and there's a dead kaiju kitty on the ground. Dios, what do you do? What's your move?
Well, Dios will spit the coin out again, and she will say, "Now, where is it that we are supposed to deposit this derriere coin?"
Marion kind of like saunters in. He's been trying to
you
walk to you
again.
guys for the past like 25 minutes. He finally makes it to you, and he says, "You're supposed to put them in the big coin machines."
And where is that?
I have no
In the
idea
coin.
what that is.
Oh, it's just a big room with a bunch of mirrors in it, and you go and put a coin in the one that you want to jump into.
You
Oh,
wanna lead the way? Can I pick you up? Will we go faster?
Oh, I would love some human contact. Please pick me up.
Okay. I pick up the snail.
You have a full-grown horse, and there's a witch girl who's picking him up, and carrying him.
I hold it out as far as I can away from myself.
He's about the size of like, I don't know, like a 7-year-old, maybe a 6-year-old.
He's so heavy.
Yeah,
so dense.
he's very dense, very thick boy with 4 C's. So he points to me, goes, "This way, pretty lady." And he just keeps pointing like what direction to go.
Go.
So eventually Marion leads you all to the to this big room that's got about a dozen what do you call them? Like a dozen of these big mirror-looking structures. So there's like kind of like a square structure underneath it where there's like a big slot for a coin, and then attached to this square structure is what looks like a big ovular mirror. That's currently just there's no glass in it. It's just a big oval. He points out and goes, "This is the place. Pick your favorite."
How does this work?
Well, it's really a crapshoot. You just put a coin in, you pull the knobby, and see what happens.
And then we go home.
Sure.
You know what? Okay. I chuck the thing over my head and go over and turn around before I like put it in there. I'm like, "Well, y'all, it's been I don't know if I want to say real, but it's been something.
No,
so
it hasn't been
I hope
real.
I never see any of you again, except for maybe you. You're yeah. Anyways, she points at Marius. But anyways, so goodbye, things. And I drop the coin.
good luck,
You drop the
dear.
coin.
Thanks.
You drop the coin in, and the mirror activates, and it creates this purple and green swirl of energy that kind
One of my
of
favorite
mixes.
colors.
Yeah, right inside of it, with like a blue ringed hue on the outside.
all very kind of cool and calming colors, and you feel it beckon you to jump into it.
Well, here goes nothing. Okay, I jump into it.
And where is it that that Molly would want to go?
I want to go home. I have a werewolf boyfriend to turn.
So what is it? What does your home look like? Where would you want yourself to end up? What's home?
Molly has an apartment in city.
Can you describe the city?
Yeah, can you describe the city? Maybe some major
It has
landmarks.
some really big buildings and a couple of trees.
What's your
Wow,
walk
small.
like to work every day?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go to work. I'm
How much is the bus fare to get across town?
I don't know. I don't go to work.
No, good for you. Good for you.
I have a live-in boyfriend that takes me places.
Oh, hey, good yeah, that's great. So as you step through the portal, you appear back into your apartment, home sweet home, and you hear some noise in the bedroom area.
Great.
Yeah, sounds like a real party's going on in there.
Alrighty. What's going on?
And you go in there, and as you open the door, you see that there are pizzas all over the bed, and a big chocolate and peanut butter cake in the center of the bed. And you hear a voice in the darkness as you turn on the light, and it goes, "Surprise! It's your birthday!"
Oh boy. I'm gonna repress the urge to set my house on fire.
So as you're suppressing that urge, we cut back to time jail. Dios, where are you going?
Well,
What are you
Dios
doing?
will be going wherever Hendrix is.
Okay.
Which
So you drop in your coin, you turn your mouth sideways, you put the coin in. And as you do that, again, the mirror lights up with like this purple, green, and blue swirl. And you feel like a beckoning, a lot of noise, a lot of like energy coming from this particular mirror. It can barely fit you because you're a lot bigger than what it's probably used to things going in and out of. Probably not the first time you heard that, huh, Sarah? Yeah.
Wow,
I'm sure
Adam,
that Rosie
wow.
said. I'm sure Rosie said a lot dirtier things like that on your show.
Me?
Yes. But he said you hear like a lot of noise. You hear a lot of music. You hear a lot of rustle and bustle on the other side of that portal.
Well, I will clip-clop on through. I must be reunited with my rider. He would be lost without me.
As you clip-clop on through, you feel your body being stretched like taffy for a brief moment. And then you end up outside where you hear a lot of different hustle and bustle. You hear some music in the background. And as you look up, you see a sign that says, "Welcome to Hendrix."
Oh, what has he been doing? Has he started his own town?
Maybe.
What the? Oh my gosh, it's one of you. Kick!
And you kick and splatter the poor little Marion's face all over the sign. As you are now, and the portal closes, you are now outside of what looks like Hendrix. Because that's where they thought you wanted to go.
Yep, so she'll go looking for Hendrix. And Hendrix.
And Hendrix. And then Marius, what do you do? Do you also go into a
got
portal?
a video game to destroy.
Indeed, I do. So, seeking the internal guidance, I kind of loosen up my hands, grab my large coin, approach the mirrors. Now, I don't exactly know what a computer video game is, but I know what Hades is. So I'm going to, I don't know if I can get any divine inspiration to know what date. Otherwise, if I miraculously get the inspiration that the game is released in 2018, then I will go to Hades in 2018.
That's perfect. So you walk in, you find yourself in like an echo chamber for a second as you step through the portal, as it turns its colors, it brings you through, and you're in a very warm echo chamber, and you hear a lot of laughter, but also a lot of like frustration, as you hear like you hear a lot of just giggling and then shouting, and as you approach this big set of red double doors, you see Hades sitting there in his computer chair, in his gaming chair. He's got 3 monitors at his desk. He's typing away, trying to get things working. He goes, "This is gonna be so damn cool. Fuck, why? Why won't you work? Why won't you render? God damn, I need a new PC." And he looks and he goes, "Well, what are you doing here, nerd?"
I have come to stop you. And
I didn't do anything.
It is what you are going to do. Corrupting the world with your computer game.
Hey, no. Dad said it was fine. He said it was okay as long as I stay in my room and I don't bother anybody.
How do you work this thing anyway? And I'll find a seat. Pull up a seat next to him. I must know what I'm destroying before I destroy it. What is this thing?
Oh, no.
Man, I got... Now it's confusing. They call that a mouse, but like, it's not really.
Oh no!
And
don't
oh
put
no!
Click.
No, don't click that. No. Oh god. I hadn't saved in like 6 hours. What is wrong with you? Oh god, I hate you so much, Marius.
And he says, just for that, I'm going to show you someone even prettier than Aphrodite herself. You ready?
Impossible.
Have you heard of Pornhub?
And
no.
Then he starts showing you a ton of things that I don't know if Marius has ever seen before. And then eventually you get to Aphrodite's OnlyFans, blocked by a paywall. And he's like, "You want to see something real messed up?"
Oh no!
So you ruined his game, so he's gonna ruin
my entire life.
Yeah. So finally, we cut back to Time Jail, and we're with our good friend Palaska. Palaska, what are you doing? Do you go
With
in?
the plains and the dome behind me in the distance, I will lay the Kojai kitty down into its grave. Director, shall we set this up for a sequel?
Oh, I am so excited. And then you look, and all of a sudden, like, the stage hand is a fucking Marion, like, with, like, a director's hat on. He's in a chair. He goes, "Okay, now, here's what I'm thinking. Here's my pitch. You come back in the sequel the next time. We're going to do it live. A live stream, you see. And we're going to do it and I have the perfect name for the channel. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Sero does stuff."
And with that, I will use my last hold for read a bad situation.
And what would
Are there
you like
any
to know?
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Are there any dangers you haven't noticed? That is an excellent question at this juncture. Yeah, you see that one of the mirrors lights up and forms kind of like an HD video on it. And you can see this planet that you have described so well, with Russian dolls inside of dolls inside of dolls and hills and other things that you have described, that I totally remember all of.
Yeah, I remember them too. We don't have to rehash.
We don't have to go through it again. And you see, on the other side, as you see like your planet being wrecked, you see a man floating there amongst all of the wreckage and all of the ships. And he's got a white lab coat on and long jet black hair. And he's got spectacles on. And he looks to the camera and he says, "Hello, Carlton. Pretty fucking meta, isn't it?" As and then you hear Marion go and cut. That's a wrap, folks. As we end our episode one shot of Time Jail. Congratulations, you've made it.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
Wow.
That was something, y'all.
I didn't realize Carlton had jet black hair.
He didn't. Rasputin
That
does.
wasn't.
Oh, that was
Rasputin.
Rasputin. I wasn't sure. Okay. It's a reference to Adam's podcast, Role Players for the Bravo team
Cool.
series
Yeah.
going on there.
So, end of mystery, real quick. End of session. Did we conclude the current mystery? Yes.
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 Probably.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
I don't know. I killed a lot of people.
There were
Yeah.
more Koji kitties lined up ready for slaughter.
That's true. That's true.
And,
Yep.
and we saved ourselves.
You did. Did you
I
learn
don't think
something
that
new and
counts.
important about the world? I think
Did you
learned
save
lot
me
of
a
things.
slice of pizza?
Oh boy, didn't we?
Yeah, you got to go to Molly's house for that pizza.
Please don't.
And then, did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? I feel like we got a glimpse into a lot of
All of
different things with all the hunters. So that is 2 more experience points you can add to your character sheet for
Alright.
your XPs. I certainly hope that we'll be able to use these characters again sometime. Some of them have made appearances in other things, so may not be the last time we see them. So certainly keep an eye out for that. So I hope you had fun. Thanks for
That was a lot of
letting me
fun.
run.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Adam.
That was
Thanks so
great.
much.
I enjoyed that
Thank you,
immensely.
Adam.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I didn't have a plan, so I hope it turned out somewhat okay.
It was
Quite good.
fantastic. I enjoyed it so much.
But just quickly, for those who aren't familiar with Monster of the Week, whenever you fail a roll, you get an experience point. When you get 5 experience points, you essentially level up. So instead of gaining XP in the way that you're probably used to, this one you essentially learn from your mistakes, maybe?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you
one of my
level up
favorite.
through experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
gain
one of my-
experience
Literally.
through failure. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
it's one of my favorite functions in a
the
tabletop
best.
game. Because like not every game needs to reward failure, but I think it's good that like, okay, we learned that didn't work instead of, always being good at everything. So I think it's great for that. I think it's an awesome game. Did anybody level up?
No.
Yeah, I
No,
did.
I didn't fail.
You need 4 more or you have 4?
I've got 4.
I've got 4 as well.
Well, then you should take another experience point. So should you. Everybody should level up today. Good job.
Oh, well, then
Nice.
well, actually, I
I'd still
two
need 3
more.
points.
All right,
I didn't
everybody
fail
take
at
a look.
all.
Everybody take a level up because everyone had so
Alright.
much fun.
I'll do
And
it.
Dixon
A fun experience.
Dixon rewarded us with so many fun things that I
Woo.
just think that he essentially bought you guys all the XP. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Thank you
I
so
take
much,
it.
Dixon.
I did see some other bits there. I know that Onyx Robot, Dan from
Onyx
Role
did, yeah.
Players, Bravo Team also
Yeah.
gave us some. And if
Mhm,
anyone
mhm,
else
mhm.
did, I unfortunately missed it. But thank you
Thank you,
very
Dan.
much for cheers and for subs and gifting subs. And
the
also
raid
to the
from,
people
from
who
the-
are now contributing Kiwi coins to see our D&D mini campaign happen, which will probably happen in the new year.
Oh
Hopefully.
yeah, Kiwi coins. I forgot about
We'll see,
those.
Yeah. Thank you very much to Adam.
How
I
do
just
I
want to
give
go
you all my
through
Kiwi
everyone again
coins?
and just say where people can find you, and then we will sign off with our awkward ways. But yeah, so Vahid, where can people find you?
Hello, you can find me over on Dice Legends, which I will... Oh, it's already been typed in. Dice Legends, we are a D&D show every Saturday evening in the US, or Sunday afternoon here in New Zealand, or Sunday morning if you're in Australia. We do a Dungeons & Dragons game. We are a group of theater and TV people here in New Zealand. We film in a studio. And also all the episodes are up on our YouTube channel. And we're in the middle of a 4-episode miniseries. We've just had episode 2 yesterday. We would love it if you were to join our channel, and we'd love to see you in the chat.
Yep, and Vahid is the DM for that. He's a really, really good DM as well, and it's a really fun show to watch. Ask Dixon. He has been a recent convert.
Thank you very much, Sero. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you, Adam, for running it. It's been a lot of fun for a first time.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Insane, I must say.
Welcome to Time Jail, man.
Certainly was.
It
They
can
don't
get
get any less
crazy.
weird.
It can be more serious. It's whatever the table wants it to be,
I understand.
essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adam.
they're a little more grounded outside of Time Jail, but Time
Yeah,
Jail's where it gets the wackiest.
A little, yeah.
So-
Okay, Adam,
Yeah,
where
that's
can
true.
people find you on the internet?
I want to know first who drew that. I just noticed someone drew that picture of Marion about milking the whiskey into a bottle. Who drew that?
Yes. I know
Right?
that.
Who did that?
Yeah, that
Red-
was from
readily.
Someone drew us
Ridley.
fan art.
Yeah.
Really? Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
It's so good.
That's
So I
so
think
fun.
Readily followed us over from
Yeah.
found out about the stream from our Discord and has come over and has been hanging out.
That's fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
I
will.
love that. That's so great.
I will share that on
So
my
cool.
Twitters and maybe on Instagram if that's okay with Ridley. Not a name to be read out loud, apparently. Yep. So you guys can see that. So at seroRPG or on Twitter or at serocat. I think I am on Instagram. Whatever. Yeah.
The little Marion made them laugh so hard, and it's the first time they drew a snail. Yay!
Okay. So
Excellent.
Adam, where do people find you?
I apologize. Oh, so you want me to say my physical geographical location?
No, don't do that again.
Okay, so I edit and run the most games on Role Players. That's ROLL Players. It's a podcast where we play pretty much every other TTRPG that's out there just to kind of experience it, see if other people like it. We play also other people's indie games just to kind of give more attention to them and to help teach people how to play them. So, we're very much a collaborative podcast. We also get a lot of wonderful people like Sarah and Rosi, and maybe someday you other two fine folks on the show to come and do some collabs with us. So we do a lot of collaborations with other channels and shows. And we just like to have a lot of fun. So, if you like a lot of kind of off the wall humor and a shit ton of improv, I encourage you to come and hang out. But even if you don't, I've been happy to be here regardless. So thanks for being here, and thanks for listening to me talk about things and stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. And Susannah.
Hi, guys. My name is Susannah. I am the keeper of the Thornvale podcast, which is another Monster of the Week show. It is perhaps not as silly, but if you enjoy hard-hitting monsters and maybe a little bit of a mean GM, I might be the place for you. We have a very narratively driven show. It is a lot of fun. We laugh, we cry. It's super, super fun. We have over 170 episodes of the main show, and then we have a One-Shot Mondays show that comes out every other week, where we play a bunch of different kinds of games. So we've played like Shadowrun. We have a 20-episode Shadowrun one-shot. I should have called it miniseries Monday, but Shadowrun and Masks and all sorts of really fun games that we've played. We're actually playing the new Tales of Zadia game right now from the Dragon Prince, and it is
Cool.
so
cool.
come listen to that. It's coming out every other Monday right now. So yeah, come hang out with us. We have over 300 episodes of content for you to enjoy. So
Wow.
there's lots of it. It's called Thornvale, and you can also join our actual play podcast server. There's the word. Our actual play server
Discord.
for actual play podcasts. Discord? Yes, it's a Discord server, and I'll post. the
Do we
link
got
for you.
another link for that?
Yes, I am.
In
I'm
the
gonna post
chat?
link there. There you go. So now you can come join it and meet lots of other cool people. It's for lots of other shows, and our show is also there. The actual place, yes. I do an occasional pun.
Yeah.
I like it.
And Rosie.
Hi, everybody. You can find me if actually, hold on. Close your eyes.
Oh,
Just say
censored my link.
Rosenbagger. Turn around. Open them. I'll be right there. You can find me on, you can find me on Adam's podcast. You can find me on Sero's podcast. Maybe in the future, you can find me on Susannah and Vahid's podcast. Yeah. Anyway, I guess on
wink.
things. And occasionally do some art.
Yeah, definitely get on that. Rosie's been banging out a bunch of cool pieces,
Been banging
man.
'em.
I'm
banging
so
'em
happy
on
to
out.
see all the extra stuff you've been drawing.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so good.
We got some collaborations going on.
Hell yeah. What about you, Sarah? Where can we find you?
I am the keeper and GM of the Redgate and Wolf podcast, which is also Monster of the Week. We have a Scottish werewolf and a thief, and we also have some guests, Rosi of which has been one. Adam's been on a number of the holiday one-shots. And yeah, check that out where we have some fun there. I'm also on Adam's show, Role Players, in both the Charlie team and Bravo team.
So yeah, Sarah's in everything.
Yeah, I'm everything. Yeah.
Sarah's in all the things.
Thank you to my fellow hunters, to the players for joining us on this very interesting, different, weird, unique, and fun one shot. Thank you to Adam for creating and running this one shot. And thank you to the lovely viewers and subscribers and everyone who has been watching us. And now all that remains for us to do is to wave awkwardly at the screen while I find the button to end this live stream. Bye. Thank you.
See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Great hanging out.